You have missed the night of night tonight.
Oh, no, tell me about it. What's going on?
Well, there's one guy who apparently this next-door neighbour has knocked on the door, went into the bathroom, stripped off, had a bath and came out their swingers. We've just had somebody going on about adverts, how they're wrong, and then the paint of his front door, and then smoking. We've had... I just, you know what? It's so bad I'm thinking of taking up skating.
Oh, mate, this is the thing. This is why your show's so good, because you get some mad ones on, and I love it.
Oh, I'm really glad one of us does. I'm at that age now where my pensioner book is definitely slapping towards me, thinking, get on with it. Anyway, let's talk about you, young man. You must be over the moon with what you're doing.
I am. Do you know what? I'm in a really good place at the minute, and took a lot of hard work and dedication, a lot of hours skating and training. But you know what, mate? I'm really, really happy with the result tonight, especially getting the immunity and stuff. And I'm just really loving it. I am. Dancing on ice for me, first time round was hard work, and but this time it's more fun. You know, I've been there before. I've been in this situation, and I know how to deal with it to a certain degree a lot better this time round. But with having Maria, the relationship on the ice is still there. So, to be honest with you, I'm having a ball and I'm working, and that's all that matters to me.
What people don't realise, Ray, is, for instance, when you were doing pantomime, you were also getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and going on the ring. Yeah. Not only were you looking after Harry, your little boy, which I hope he's a lot better than he was.
Oh, yeah. No, he was. Yeah.
So not only were you looking after your little boy, not only were you sorting things out with Emma, because she was doing bits and pieces as well, you were travelling all over the place, going to the ice rink, getting up at 5 and doing 2 shows a day. So you worked hard on the initial part of it to get, where you are.
Absolutely. I mean, well, look, I loved Panto. I think Panto sort of see me through on its own anyway, because the audiences we had, the friends I was working with, the fact that I was in Liverpool by my family, all those things got me through, because it was just a fantastic show, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I really would. It was the best pantomime I've ever took part in, by far, and it was the golden ticket for me to get that. And then to find out doing Dancing on Ice in between all that, it was hard work, but you know what, I thrive off it, mate, and it's, I'm a grafter, it's what I do, it's what my family do, so I just got on with it, to be honest,
Ray, the training you had from a young boy, I mean, you've been an actor, you've won awards, you're a singer, you're an entertainer, but that training from when you were a child, that's been really important, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely set me up. I mean, when you have, like, sort of, when you go in and you get sort of you get knocked out and a bit of rejection, you deal with it so well, because you've had it in the past where you've been into a competition, you didn't quite make it, and you just got to put it to one side, deal with it and get on with it. And I think that has really definitely set me up. I went to the most amazing school, Chilton Castons, in West Derby, beautiful school. Went there for all my life, and a lot of the teachers were like second mums to me. And then I went on to college at Merseyside Dance and Drama, and I learned a lot more there growing up. You learned about yourself, and I met great friends, and it was one of them, but the training alone really taught me how to deal with certain situations and what I do. You have to have that training, otherwise, to get your head around this entertainment world and the ups and downs that it may bring you, it can be difficult, but I think the support of a great family behind you is the baseline for any career.
And the support of your wife as well, because she's a star in her own right, who's going into Jersey Boys in London.
Absolutely, yeah.
She pushes you, doesn't she? She's great.
Yeah. My wife is amazing. That's why I married her. She's just absolutely super talented, and the first time I met her, I knew instantly how talented she was, and I wanted to be with her forever. Like, she's just fantastic, and she really does support me. And because she does what I do, she understands the logic of it, and why I've got to be away so much, and why I've got to do these things, because it's work, and it comes and goes, so you got to grab it while it's there,
Absolutely.
So, she's fantastic in that. And again, she is going into Jersey Boys, so I'm so excited for her.
One of my stories that I tell about you, which makes me laugh over pantomime, and it shows the drive you have, was when you were a kid and you were with Elsie and you were a lost boy, and you went, she went, Raymond, you're a lost boy. You are not Peter Pan. Get back in line.
Yeah, and I remember she said to me, one day you will be Peter Pan, but for now you're a lost boy. Now get to the back. And I went, oh, my God.
But that was the driving force. Now, talk us through your average day now with the television.
Oh, mate, you know what, we do get a day off a week, but that's our choice whether we have that day or not. But we're doing about 5-6 hours training a day, whether it be, 2 hours there, a little break, 2 hours there. So, we first get Monday, we get our choreography for the week, so we've got the whole week to rehearse it and get it down, ready for Sunday. But we only have till sort of Thursday, Friday, because on a Saturday we do a sort of dry run and camera rehearsals, and that takes up most of your day. And then, like, from today, I've been there from 7 o'clock this morning. We did, into costume, run through of the first skate, run through of the second skate, run through of our Save Me skate. And then we have breaks, and then we have a dry run of the whole show, and then we do the show, and then it's obviously the results. So it goes on and on and on, but I can tell you, I'm buzzing off it. I'm absolutely buzzing off it.
You're fearless, aren't you, on ice?
Yeah, I've always been like that in anything that I do. I used to sort of skateboard and all that when I was a kid, and I'd go for things without any intent of knowing exactly what's going to happen during or possibly after the jump that I was about to do. So, I have always been like that. And I think it's the naivety in my brain, really. I'm a young kid at heart. I know I'm a dad and a family man, but I tell you, I am a big kid. I like me bikes, I like me cars, I like me scary stuff that when you go fast and all that, and adrenaline and whatever. So I think I do thrive off being that type of person, but it's just the way I am. My brothers are the same, you know what I mean? It's just the way we are.
Did you think, I know you desperately want to win this, because that's your nature, you've got to win all the time. Did you think you'd do as well as you're doing? Are you surprised at how well it's going for you?
I am very surprised how well it's going so far. It's a shock for me to go out and get good comments, because I'm pushing myself, but at the end of the day, it's a nice result. At the end, it's a sort of pat on the back, because we're all putting our hard work in, and we all want the good results of a night, and the fact that I've been getting them thus far is fantastic for me. I'm really enjoying it. All I can do is do my best and take what Chris and Jane are telling me and try and do it. It's what I've always done, like in a dance class or whatever. They say to you, you've got to do that or you won't stand out. Well, all right, well, I'll do it, and hopefully I'll stand out. So it's just the way I've always been taught. It's nice, natural for me.
Who's your biggest competition in your eyes?
Do you know what? It's a tough question, that, because they're all so good now. You've got Kieran, Sam, Sue. They're all so amazing skaters, and obviously Hayley, who's got the dance background, and you've got Beth, who's the Olympic champion, and she was only champion last year at dancing on ice. So there's a lot to contend with. But I'd say the biggest sort of competition is myself, because I do push myself a lot, and if it's not perfect, it wrecks me head. And it stays with me for ages. I think about something that happened 3-4 weeks ago still, and it still plays on my mind. So getting past that barrier for me is quite difficult. But I would probably say the right pairing happened tonight, me and Suzanne. She is top of the leaderboard most of the time, and has done since she started. It transitions and dance ability and performance ability is bang on. So, there's a lot of things that's very similar to me in that way, dance background type thing, and her lifts and everything are pretty much perfect. So I'd say as far as skating goes and performance-wise, definitely Suzanne is the one to beat,
I know you wanted to come on because you've been overwhelmed at the support, and I know you wanted to thank everybody.
Absolutely, yeah, I did. And I did text you, I was like, mate, let me talk, because I'd love to say thank you for all the people out there who have been watching and hopefully have been voting for me. I do really appreciate it, because without you guys, I can't stay in, all the points and tens, and I could do all that till I turn blue, but without the votes, I wouldn't be able to stay in and fulfill this little dream that I've got to get to the end, So thank you so much to everybody listening. I appreciate it.
How much longer have we got now on it?
So it's 10 weeks in it, so I think we've got another 5 weeks left.
Yeah. It's a lot of hard work, isn't it?
It's a long gig.
It is a long gig.
Yeah, but mate, it's work. I've been a dad for a while, so I'm thriving off the job. You know, I'm loving being in work, and you know, especially being on the telly and stuff, and being challenged every day. It's how I live. I love it. You know, it's one of them. I just buzz off it.
I just think it's very exciting, Ray, and you really. I don't know. What comes over to me is, apart from your talent, is the fearlessness. It's like you have no fear. Whatever you do, you have no fear, and if you have, it never shows.
I am nervous, to be honest. Before I go out, it's such a big pressure to go out and perform and do something that's totally alien to you. You know, but to get the comments from the judges that I'm getting, like the dancing comments from Jason and Ashley, especially Jason, because you're always trying to win over the baddie, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, it's a natural, but you know, to get the comments from them as a dancer is great because it's what I do for a living. So to be reassured from that is great, and then not only that, to get the good comments from Robin and Karen. For them to say, do you know what, your skating's really strong, and it only fills me with more confidence to be eager to come back in the next day and push again, because I want to impress, I want to go to the next level. But I tell you what, I am really nervous before I go out there, and I'm worried, you know, because one slip on the ice is so dangerous as a sport. One little wrong
because
move.
It's so hard, isn't it, when you land?
Yeah, it's so difficult. I don't think people take into consideration how tough as a sport it can be. You know, one small slip and your whole routine can fall apart. Everything's timed, everything's on par, and if you don't get it right, it just won't happen. So it's all down to luck at the end of the day, but I'm just happy being there and humbled that I'm in work, really.
Right, it's fantastic. I'm so glad you came on. Keep in touch over this. We don't want anybody listening now, we don't want anybody to take it for granted that he's going to win. We need to vote. We really, really need to vote. He's got the talent. We need to get behind him without any shadow of a doubt.
Well, I'd love that very much, and I appreciate it. I really do, you know.
Ray Quinn, keep in touch. And give my love to Emma. Big hug for Emma, and a big hug for Harry.
Oh, cheers, fella.
Bye-bye, Ray.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ray Quinn.